This is my drawing of the Chainsaw Man, and today I'm going to guide you through each of the steps so that you could draw this yourself. So grab a pen and paper and let's get started. Welcome back everyone, and thanks for joining me today. For this lesson, we're going to be turning our paper in a landscape mode so that we can stretch the whole head across our page. So let's start in the center with an angle going across the top edge of the mouth. We'll start right in the middle. It's going to angle this up, and then over towards the right. Let's go back over towards the left. We're just going to curve the head, going up, across, and then out toward the top. Now in this area, we want to add two curves. So we're going to start with the curve coming in, and then back out towards a point. Let's add a slightly larger one, coming around, and then back out. Let's add those vents across the sides. We're going to start down here. I'm just going to curve this up, and then in. Let's taper this so it gets wider as we come down towards the bottom. Let's leave a gap and draw another one. This one's going to be a bit shorter, coming across, and then again tapering that down. And then we'll add two more, again going smaller as we come down towards the bottom. Now let's fill the inside of the vents in black. Now I want to add some perspective to the heads. From this point, I'm just going to angle this down towards the front. Then we're just going to curve this around and just blend that up towards the top of the head. Let's draw the top of the handle. From this point, we're going to step down, angle this up, and then out. Let's step down, draw that again. Just lining this up across the bottom. Now in behind that handle, we're going to start layering in some of those details. We're going to angle this down, then it's across, and then in. Now around the base of the handle, I'm just going to add a curve going around. From this point, go straight across. Now from here, bend this down and then back in. And then right here, we're going to add a circle, and then add a smaller circle in the center. Let's go back up to this point. Just going to round this out, come down, and then in towards the side. Let's go to the bottom left side, coming down, go all the way around, draw a notch, go out, and then up, and then bring that back in. Now let's go back to this point. We're going to continue this line going across. Let's tuck that up underneath. From here, come down, and bend that in towards the bottom. Let's add a couple slits along the side. Now I'm going to go back to the top and finish off the handle. I'm just going to round this out along the top, and then come down. Let's go back to the bottom, round this out, and do the same thing. Now from this point right here, we're going to draw a straight angled line coming down towards the lower jaw. Just going to bend this out and then down, angle this down toward the bottom of the mouth. Let's go back. We're going to angle this out toward the jaw, go straight down toward the bottom. Now let's close off the bottom with a straight line. Let's go back to this point. I'm just going to curve this across and then bend that down toward that chin. Step over towards this point and draw that same curve. Now I'm going to add some thickness to this wire. We're going to step over, draw that same angled line. Now from the top, we're going to move over towards the left, come down towards the bottom, go over again, and draw that one more time. Now up in this area, you're going to draw the socket for the teeth. Let's start from the outside. We're going to add these little curves, just connecting them, going across towards the inside to right about there. Let's go back to the outside. We'll draw the outside tooth, coming down towards a point. Let's taper that back up towards that socket. Now I'm going to do the same thing in between each socket, coming down and then back up. Now from this point, draw a straight angled line coming in behind the teeth and then up. Let's fill this area in black. Let's go to the bottom. We're going to angle these teeth with a slight curve going up and then down. And then again, we're just going to continue toward the inside of the mouth. Let's add a couple more. Let's fill this area in black in between those cables. And then from here, and draw the edge of the tongue going in between the teeth, coming down towards the bottom. Let's continue on with the back of the head. From here, we're going to step down, draw a straight line going towards the back, go up. I'm just going to tuck that in towards the side. Now let's add a couple lines along the inside. Let's move over, draw a straight angled line coming towards the jaw, step over and draw it again. And add one more, stepping over, draw another line, and do that one more time. Now I want to fill this area in black. Along the top, we're going to step down, draw a straight angled line, draw two longer lines coming down, and we'll flatten that off. Now separate this area into three with two more lines inside. Along the top, draw two lines coming down, and it'll fill this area on the left in black. From this point, step down, just going to angle this out, come down, and then back in. Then again, just separate that area with two lines. And then along the top, add two more lines coming down. And then we'll fill this center area in black. Let's add one more block along the back of the head, going up and in. Now, along the side, we're going to draw another block going out, come down, and then in. Now we're going to go all the way up to the top. We're going to draw another handle. So we're going to draw a straight angled line, round out the end. And I want to come down so it goes wider towards the bottom. And we want to pull this back in towards this block. So we're going to round this out and come in towards the bottom. And then we're going to trace that along the inside. Just tucking that in behind all those components. Let's go underneath this block. Curve the neck, coming down and across. Now I'm going to overlap the collar, so we're going to step up, bend this in, and then down. Round out the collar, coming down towards the bottom. Let's go back up to the top, angle this out with a short line. Now I'm just going to close off the edge of the collar with a curve. From the top, step down and slope the shoulders, going out and down. Now let's go back up here. We're going to draw a cable coming down and then in towards the collar, step up, and then trace that again. Let's go to the back of the neck. We're going to add that thick cable across the back, and we're just going to continue to add these cables in different directions, in different angles. Let's add another one right here. Let's layer one in behind, going up, trace out the inside, come down. Let's add one crossing in between. Let's go in and fill the inside in between each of those cables in black. Now across the throat, we're just going to dangle a few more cables. We're going to come down and then in, trace that along the inside. Let's add another one, coming down, and one more along the side. Let's fill the inside in black. Now underneath the throat, let's draw the back collar, coming around and then down. And then right here, we're just going to overlap a curve for the edge of the tie knot. Taper that down towards the bottom and close that off. Let's draw the bottom of the tie coming off our page. Now we're going to draw the tie going in underneath the front collar. Now right here, curve this up, then the collar coming down, and we'll tuck the tie in underneath. And then from the tip of the collar, it's going to bend this around and then back up underneath the head. Let's draw the shoulder. And bend this out and then down. Let's add a little bit more detail across the shoulders. From the collar, I'm just going to follow that curve for a seam going out. And then from this point, right where it bends, add a short line going up. Now with the head complete, let's draw in that large blade. We're going to start from the top, draw a straight angle line, going all the way across, down an angle towards the end, to right about there. Now from the bottom of the head, we're going to step up, draw that same angled line, coming all the way out. And then we want to round out the end. So we're going to start from the top, almost like drawing a half circle, going around and back in. Let's trace this blade along the inside. So we're going to leave a thin trim going all the way around. Now let's surround the blade with these short lines going out. So we're going to start up here, right beside the face, draw a short line going up. Let's leave a gap, and we'll continue out towards the end. We want the gaps to be pretty equal in length. We're going to always check back. Now as we turn around the edge, we're just going to aim this towards the center of the blade. And we'll continue across the bottom. Now I'm going to add the back of those teeth. Starting from the top, we're just going to angle this down towards the left. So create this point along the top. Now as we turn, again we're going to continue coming down. And then along the bottom we're going to angle this up towards the right. Now we want to finish this off by adding some blood splatters across the blade. So let's start from the outside. Just going to wobble these lines, splashing this across, down towards the bottom. And we'll add some spots inside. Let's add some across the top. And then the bottom coming up. Add some cuts and scratches across the blade. And once we're done, we'll sign our art and add a splash of color, and that's pretty much it. There's a drawing of Chainsaw Man. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, you might want to check out this video over here. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.